Hello S3. It's good to see you, I would say, if you were sitting in front of me, but you're not. So I've decided to make this video instead so that we can get a really good start to the year. I hope you had a really happy and safe Christmas and New Year period, and now you're back at your computers ready to do some online learning. Hooray! We're going to try and do our best to keep up the same pace when we're working at home as we would in class. I'm sure there'll be some challenges with that as we go along, but we'll work together to achieve it. So, first of all, before the holidays you were working on an essay on of mice and men. Probably most of you got that into me on paper before you finished, but probably quite a lot of you didn't as well for all kinds of reasons. So first of all, if you just had a little bit to finish, maybe you just had the conclusion to do, you can go to the class materials page. You will find a typed essay plan there. You can have a look at the instructions for the conclusion. When you've got that done, you can get that submitted to me. Now, how are we going to submit it? Ideally, you would hand it to me in paper. We're not in a position to do that. So, if you've got lots of free time and you're stuck in the house and you want to type it up and send me the typed version, you could email that or attach it. That would be absolutely great. You could also copy and paste it into your class notebook. If you're not wanting to type it all out again, then what you could do is take pictures of each page. Make sure you take good pictures that's got all of your writing on it. And you should be able to upload the pictures onto your class notebook as well. So let's give that a try. If you're having trouble with any of that, just send me a message or a note and we'll figure it out. For the rest of you, I have put that up as an assignment for this week. If you have already handed it in, you don't need to do anything. By the middle of this week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up people's marks. You're going to get a mark out of 20 for that essay, and that's national 5 marks because that's the stage that we're at with our work now. Okay? Later in the week as well, I'm going to put up a wee activity for you to do regarding planning for our next essay of mice and men, and that's going to be about Curly's wife. I'm not going to do that yet though because I just want to have a chance to look at the essays from those of you who still have to hand them in, and then I will put that task up. Now I think there were 2 of you who hadn't started the essay at all because you were off and you were self-isolating. That's okay. Take a little bit longer. Don't try and get your essay done in the next day or 2. If possible though, do try and get it done this week, but I realise you'll have to balance that with your other assignments. So get in touch and give me an idea of what you think is reasonable. The instructions, the essay plan, is in your assignments, is in your class materials folder, so you should get it there, and you can be in touch with me if you get any questions. You should also find copies of the book and everything else that you might need. So I would prioritise that before any other tasks that I put up if you haven't started the essay at all, and you can get in touch as much as you need to if you've got questions about the essay. Okay? For the rest of you, you've got your essay done and handed in, and you're looking for some work for the first half of the week. I have put up a Word document that has got information on how to tackle imagery questions, and then it's got some questions for you to work through using the imagery formula. So what's imagery again? Do we remember? Well, imagery is an umbrella term, you know, like the Rihanna song. So it means similes, metaphors, and personification. I'm sure you know what those 3 things are. But if you're not, maybe just double check. Simile, when you compare one thing to another using like or as. So the stars shone like diamonds in the sky. A metaphor is when you say that something is something else. So the moon is a ghostly galleon, for example, is a metaphor. Personification is when you take something that isn't alive and you give it human qualities. So the branches of the trees danced in the wind, for example, because only a human or a living thing can do that. I know trees are alive, but you know what I mean. They're inanimate objects. What these 3 things all have in common is they are comparing one thing to another, and that's absolutely key when you're tackling imagery questions. The most important thing is that you work out when you're tackling imagery questions what is being compared to what, and that isn't always obvious, so make sure that you concentrate on that. When you're doing the questions, and there's quite a lot of examples there, so it should keep you going just now. Don't worry, you won't just be doing close reading questions when you're at home, but we're just starting off with this just now whilst we find our feet. When you're doing the questions, you can either type them straight onto the Word document, and then you can attach that to the assignment page. You can do them in your class notebook, or if you want to handwrite them and upload a picture, you've got different ways that you can do it. Again, get in touch if you are not sure. And as I said, we're going to be moving on. We're going to be getting ready to do an essay on Curly's wife. So if I get the rest of your of mice and men essays in, then I can get that feedback back to you before we do that. So I miss you all. I'm sorry that I can't see you in person. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in person again. Take care, work hard, make me proud, and I'll see you again soon.